Hey, I'm Mike at Regency Cigar. We are live on Instagram and TikTok. We're going on YouTube and Facebook as well. Brandon just entered the room. I have a very special guest here at Regency Cigar with us. This is Julio Martinez. I get it. I keep saying Ramirez all day long. Julio Martinez, a master roller from Davidoff. We've been privileged enough to have him here at Regency Cigar. Right now, we are in the members lounge. He's doing a little VIP show for us. We're going to be rolling for the next few hours, but I wanted you guys out there to see how impressive what this guy does is. It is absolutely remarkable. He's actually doing the work of two people here. He is doing the binding, the pressing, and the finished roll, and he's rolling for us Colorado Claros that are not finished on the foot. So these are Colorado Claro Shaggy Anniversary number 3s. Everyone in the room here is smoking this cigar. Kyle's not going to pan. A few of these guys are wanted in several states, so we're going to try to keep them off camera. We're just going to focus on me, Julio, and we have Ricardo here is going to do some interpreting for us because Julio is straight from the DR and has limited English, although he understands everything that we've been saying about him. We found that a little too late. But this is what he does. Julio has been with Davidoff for 27 years. He is a master roller. He has rolled some of the best cigars that Davidoff has produced. The Oro Blanco, the Royal Release series, the Salomon, and the Robusto, and some other limited editions. Julio is now a supervisor, and the only time he rolls cigars now is when he goes on location for Davidoff, typically at Davidoff stores. So this is very rare that he's at an independent location or Davidoff-sponsored event. It is extremely rare, so we are that privileged and honored to have Julio here and the Davidoff team that came along with him to make sure he doesn't try to escape, because he is that good, he is that valuable. They cannot afford to lose a guy like this. We've been trying to get him into the basement so we can keep him here to keep rolling these cigars as we go along, or at least till he runs out of tobacco. But Julio, 27 years, he's as good as it gets. So when you're a master roller at Davidoff, so just to get into the main room to roll Davidoff cigars, you need to have 9 years experience. This guy has 27 years. He's literally one of the best rollers at Davidoff, or was one of the best rollers at Davidoff, which automatically makes him one of the best rollers in the world, bar none. I don't care what factory or what company you're talking about. This guy is that good, and we get to watch him here. Right now, he's binding. Right where he's binding some cigars and putting them into the press, Kyle, if you want to move in so they can see that there. It's not all about me, Kyle. It is about Julio, and it is about the cigars that he's rolling. So he has his blend here. The bags are in the back. So he has the blend set up in different bags. He takes the leaves that he needs, one bag at a time, puts them together, lines them up, binds them together by hand, and then he'll put the binder on them and then put them into the press. Now, I'm talking a lot faster than he's moving, but remember, he's rolling precious cargo here by hand, so I can speak faster than he can work. But keep in mind, what he's doing looks extremely easy. I've tried this, and in my opinion, it's impossible. And then when I see him do it, it makes it look, as easy as somebody tying their shoe. He is that talented, that gifted, that experienced, that he makes something this difficult look that easy. He's a man of few words, so don't expect him to say much. He's focused intently on what he's doing here. These guys are drooling over these cigars, although everyone in the room just about is smoking one of the cigars that he rolled here. He was rolling here yesterday evening to get ahead of the rush. He was here this morning, and he's been rolling all afternoon, and he'll be rolling pretty much up until tonight, 8 o'clock, as long as he has enough tobacco to roll. He is rolling the Davidoff Colorado Claro Anniversary number 3 Shaggy. The foot is incomplete, so it's not cut and trimmed down. You can see that there is the shaggy end on that. You light that up, and it takes actually a few seconds for that to burn off, so I just broke that off there. So if you light that up, it takes a few seconds for that to burn off before you actually get a draw on the cigar. So that's my excuse. This one's mine. That goes right into the pocket there. I break as many as I can so I can ensure that I have a nice supply for myself. So right there, so he just finished binding that by hand. He put it into the press, into the mold. Once the mold is filled with cigars, he will then press them in the press off to the side, Kyle, if you want to show him the press there. So that's the press. He'll take the molds, he'll put them into this press here. He already has one bunch there, and he'll press them in here for 40 minutes. And then once the 40 minutes is up, he'll take them out of the press, and then he'll finish the cigars off with the wrapper, finish the head of the cigar nice, neat, put the bands on them, and then the cigar is ready to go. These guys are smoking fresh cigars here today, so they are literally getting cigars right off the table, cutting them, lighting them, and enjoying them. And he says the quality of the tobacco is that good because it's Davidoff that you can do that and enjoy it as well. Guys, are we enjoying these cigars?
Yeah.
I mean, they're that good that you can smoke them right away. Typically, he said when you roll in a cigar, you would want it to sit for at least a week, right? Julio, 1 week? In the smart? To sit? Yeah, so one week, you'd have them rest minimum. Davidoff obviously sits on the cigars longer than that. Depending on the limited edition of some of the rare cigars, they'll actually age them for a while after they're rolled. But we're one of the few, very privileged to be able to get a Davidoff cigar right off of the rolling table and to be able to cut it and light it. It just happens on such rare occasions. I can't speak enough as to how honored we are to have them here and how much of a privilege this is, and just the wow factor and the cool factor. I've smoked hand-rolled cigars fresh off of the table before, but this is the first time that I smoke a Davidoff. And I've been in the business for 25 years. This is the first time I smoke a Davidoff, right off of the table, rolled by one of the best rollers in the world. It's just, is that cool or what? It really doesn't get any better than that. As you see him working here, and I'm talking to them, not to you guys, talking to the guys on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Can't forget Instagram. Love the people on Instagram, all you guys out there on Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to throw some questions out at us. Julio does have Ricardo here, so he can interpret any of the questions for us. The guys have asked some great questions about box press. So he showed us earlier on, he actually rolled a cigar like he's rolling now for round anniversary Colorado Claro No. 3s, and then he rolled a cigar that he would roll for box press. And he showed us the difference. We handed it around the room to where the cigar that was for box press was a little bit lighter and a little more spongy, so it had more give to it. So when they put it in the box press, it wouldn't crack. So if he took one of these cigars that he rolled for Colorado Claro No. 3, and tried to put it in a box press, there's a good chance that it would split, it would crack, because they are condensed or compressed a lot more so than the tobacco or the blend when they're doing the Nicaraguan box press is what he was working off of. Little inside story, can we talk about the cigar we smoked last night? No, we can't talk about the cigar we smoked, so forget that inside. No, she said sure. So we got the boss here from Deborah. Literally the most important person in the company is in-house right now. She doesn't admit it, but she is the most important person in the company. Last night he had some filler tobacco from Nicaragua. He was doing Nicaraguan cigars in New York a few days ago, and he had the filler in a press. And he had Colorado Claro wrapper with him, so I got to smoke a Nicaraguan-based cigar with a Colorado Claro wrapper. That cigar does not exist. He said he's never rolled it before. They've never done that combination. So it was all Nicaraguan filler with a Colorado Claro wrapper on it. And as you know, if you follow me, I love a Dominican cigar. I love Dominican tobacco, love the Ecuadorian wrapper. I'm okay with Nicaraguan tobacco. Not the biggest fan. It's not what I go to, just my flavor profile. It has nothing to do with quality. Remember, when you're smoking cigars, it's about what you enjoy and what your profile calls for, whether we're talking about flavor or we're talking about strength. It is subjective. So when I say I'm not a fan of Nicaraguan tobacco, it has nothing to do with the quality. It's a matter of taste and profile that I'm looking for, and Dominican tobacco seems to be right up my alley. But that cigar last night, that Nicaraguan tobacco with the Colorado Claro on it, that he had rolled fresh off the table, was absolutely spectacular, and it was a hell of a treat. I thought it was cool just having him here, but then getting something like that wasn't available or has not been available or will not be available anywhere in the world, and we got to smoke one together last night was just something I'll remember for a long, long time. He's just finishing putting the binder on this bunch that he put together. That's going into the mold. Julio, do we have anything ready that we could roll with a wrapper? Do you have any press? So he really hates it when I interrupt him. And he doesn't say anything because he thinks I believe that he doesn't speak English. But I know he knows all the swear words. See him laughing? He knows exactly. So these have already been bound for at least 40 minutes. So now he's going to put the finished wrapper on it. This is the Colorado Claro Ecuadorian wrapper that he's going to prepare. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful wrapper, beautiful tobacco. He handles it with such care, but yet makes it look so simple. Sorts it out. 2 sides to the wrapper. little bit of silence there. I do a lot of talking. My wife tells me to shut up all the time, but there are moments that I pause for a little while, just when you're in awe of what someone like this is doing. So excuse me if you do get some silence, because I get fascinated watching. I can't watch this enough. So he's been here, this is the second day he's rolling, and I still can't watch enough. I just get mesmerized by the magic that happens right in front of me live. So you're lucky. There aren't too many people anywhere in the world that get to see a Davidoff roller roll fresh cigars. Some of these guys and some of the customers coming in later on are privileged to see this happen. He's rolling now from left to right, and depending on the side of the wrapper that he uses, he will roll from left to right or right to left. So he's literally working ambidextrous here, which is absolutely incredible and mind-blowing, because if you gave me 4 or 5 sets of hands, I still couldn't do what he's doing here, and he makes it look so easy, whether he's working left-handed or right-handed. Finishing off the top. See how easy he made that look? It is not that easy. I can't emphasize that enough. It is not that easy. A little trim here, a little trim there, makes it look like nothing. Little vegetable-based glue. That is not super glue or Elmer's. That is a vegetable-based glue. It's okay. You won't get hurt, won't get sick. It is non-flavored. Look at that. And the masterpiece is just about finished. How's that look? Bueno, look at that. Get close up. Look at the head of that cigar. He just finished that. You watched him just finish that live. And now he's going to dress it up. No, he's not going to dress it up. No bands. So he's putting the bands on them. Same thing. He used the vegetable glue to put the bands on, and he does it so delicately yet so quickly that the wonderful thing about Davidoff, you never see the band glued to the wrapper. So you never have a problem when it comes time to taking off the band. Like I was saying, you guys are watching us live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. It is rare that you get access. You go to a wedding, you go to a party, you might see some guy rolling cigars. Nothing against that guy. We don't know where that tobacco comes from. But you're literally watching live one of the best rollers in the world, one of the best rollers that Davidoff has, rolling cigars right here in front of us. We're seeing it here live and in person. But you're lucky enough to be on with Regency Cigar. Regency Cigar, remember who's bringing this to you. Regency Cigar is bringing this live to you. You're seeing one of the best work his magic with his cigar. It's just absolutely that incredible. We were so excited to be able to bring this to our customers, and then we were just excited when we decided we could do a live feed and bring this to you live on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. If you are not following us and you just came across this, make sure you hit that follow button. What is the matter with you? Regency Cigar Emporium has been here 25 freaking years, for crying out loud. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. Follow us on one, follow us on all, because this is what we do. We try to do things a little different. We don't always say they're better, it's just different. Regency Cigar has its own style. But I know when it comes to watching rollers roll cigars, it does not get any better than this right here, right now. Julio Martinez from Davidoff, 27 years, master roller, has rolled some of the best Davidoffs that Davidoffs have ever produced. Royal Release, Oro Blanco, several limited edition. This is the guy that rolled those cigars. This is the guy that now supervises those cigars. This is the guy, the only guy that they send all over the world. 60 countries, over 60 countries, right? He's been to over 60 countries in the world doing this for people in person. This is one of the few times that I think he's actually been shown live online doing this, and it's because you're following us or you came across us online on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok. But don't forget LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn, although we're not live on LinkedIn. You can follow us on LinkedIn too. I work a lot of magic on LinkedIn. Nothing like what he's doing here, but we do a lot of great stuff online. This is what we do. We bring you stuff like this. Next week, who knows? Might be somebody here rolling pot. Is it legal in Rhode Island yet? No, yeah. We're going to stop that. No pot next week. We're going to cut that. We'll do live from Massachusetts because it is recreational in Massachusetts, but we won't do that. It would not be impressive. I don't care how good you think the weed is or if you smoke that crap. Don't do it. Crack is whack. Don't do it. Cigars is where it's at, and Davidoff Cigars is where it's at. Jesse, what did you say? Pot? No. Cigars, this is what we do. We're just having fun with you. We don't do pot here. Don't show up with your joints and think you're going to smoke it here. It's not going to happen. Well, we got guys here from Massachusetts. We got people here from Connecticut. Obviously, people here from Rhode Island, all to see Julio work his magic with his cigars and get their hands on some of these incredible cigars. We did have these for pre-order. We're not sure how many more we can do. He can only roll so many, but they were on the website. If you haven't checked it out yet, regencycigar.com is our website. All of Davidoff's are on the website, and if you buy enough, spend enough, we might throw in a free cigar for you, but check it out, regencycigar.com. Every Davidoff that we have to offer available right now is on the website. The Davidoff Chef's Edition just came out last month. Last month, is that right, Jeff? Is that last month? Davidoff Chef's Edition came out last month. Oro Blancos are up there. We just got royal releases back in for the first time in a long time. Colorado Claro, every Davidoff line, regencycigar.com. If you can't come to Rhode Island, we do come to you. We will have the cigars shipped freshly right to your door. Priority mail. You get them in 2 to 3 days if they don't screw it up. Typically 2 to 3 days you get the products when you shop at regencycigar.com, and you get to shop with a company that's able to bring you one of the best rollers in the world live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Absolutely fantastic. How long we've been going here? You got any questions there, Kyle? No. Everyone is mesmerized just like me. They're just watching. I
did have one question.
One question. Better not be a smart-ass question.
No. They wanted to know how many cigars Julio can roll in one day.
How many cigars? So Julio, how many can you roll in one day? 100 cigars. So Julio, because he's a master roller, I don't know if I'm giving too much information, but typically in the cigar world, a lot of rollers work piecework and they get paid by the piece. So they're incentivized to produce as many cigars as possible. When you get to this level and when you roll some of the cigars that he rolls, whether it be Davidoff or the Davidoff limited edition cigar, a master roller like that will not get paid by the piece. They get paid by the hour because they want them to literally slow your roll is what they say. Slow your roll. We want every cigar to be perfect. Every limited edition Davidoff burns perfectly, has the same weight. It's just amazing what they're able to do, and it's all done by hand. But a guy like this, it is not about quantity, it's about quality. It's literally about rolling the best cigars in the world. So when somebody asks, which is a very common question and a great question, how many can they roll? Keep in mind they work in pairs. There's usually one guy binding, putting the filler together, binding it, and putting it in the press, and then his partner will be finishing the cigar, which is what he's doing now. Today, or this weekend, yesterday and today, he's been doing both parts. So he's literally doing the work of two people all by himself from beginning to end. From raw tobacco to a beautiful finished product, Julio's doing it all by himself. So it's not about, although 100 cigars a day is extremely impressive, it's more about the quality he's producing, and the consistency of every single cigar that he rolls is the same and tastes the same, so you can have that same wonderful experience, cigar after cigar after cigar. That's what Davidoff brings to you. So when Davidoff does something, they're producing the best cigars in the world. It isn't always about quantity. That's why there's limited dealers throughout the world. They can only make so many cigars, but they make sure that when you spend the money for a Davidoff, they are expensive cigars, and they are worth every single penny, because whether you bought one yesterday, you bought one last week, you bought one last year, or 10 years ago, the consistency is there, or 10 years from now, the consistency is always there. You get the same cigar over and over, the same flavor, the same burn, the same feel, the same draw. That's what Davidoff does, because they have some of the best rollers in the world. So he's finishing up another cigar here. Any other questions on there?
Yeah, we just got asked, what is the wrapper that he's using?
So the wrapper is a Colorado Claro wrapper grown in Ecuador. It is actually my favorite wrapper, my favorite cigar that he's rolling, although I've never had a fresh one here before. But I believe Ecuador grows my opinion, Ecuador grows some of the best wrappers in the world. Davidoff also grows some of the best wrappers in the world in the Dominican Republic, and those are my two favorite wrappers, but this wrapper in particular is from Ecuador. It just looks beautiful. It looks delicious. You almost want to eat it. We don't recommend that. It tends to be more enjoyable to smoke, so just because I say it looks delicious, do not try eating your cigar. Do not chew on it. Cut it, light it, and enjoy it for the next hour to 2 hours if you're smoking a Colorado Claro Anniversary number 3. If you've smoked a Colorado Claro Anniversary number 3, give me feedback. It's my favorite cigar in the world. I'd love to hear what you think about it. good, bad, or indifference. Love the feedback. If you want, shoot me a message. You can DM me on Instagram, Facebook, any of the platforms that we're on, or you can shoot me an email at michael@regencycigar.com, michael@regencycigar.com. If you have not visited the website, please visit the website, spend some money. I have a family to feed, for crying out loud. I gotta pay for him to go back. They just told me this. You know, he rolls all the stuff. Now I gotta support the guy for a while. So go to regencycigar.com, spend some money, buy some Davidoffs. If you buy enough, if you buy a box, we'll throw some in. I have horses at home. If you've seen the videos too, have you seen the shit they eat? Have you seen how much hay a horse eats in a day? Do you know how much hay costs? I only have so much grass. So please, if you're gonna spend money on cigars, RegencyCigar.com is where you want to spend the money. If you're not local, if you're local, pop in and see me. Ask for me. They'll probably tell you I'm not here. Even if I'm here, I'm not here. So don't ask for me. But Kyle, Brandon, Steve, or Tyler will take care of you. The bartenders will take care of you at the bar. But we got to finish this up now because he's getting tired. He's going to take a break. We're going to get him a bite to eat, and then he's going to start rolling again out in the main bar for everybody else who showed up. This is just VIPs here. Like I said earlier, if you're just catching on, or if you're just joining us, we're live. Julio is from Davidoff, 27 years experience, literally one of the best rappers in the world. Does not roll cigars anymore in the factory. He is a supervisor, but he rolls cigars on very rare occasions throughout the world. We're lucky enough to have him here yesterday and today rolling these cigars for him. So I am truly blessed for having these great customers here, for having a great relationship with one of the best companies in the world, if not the best company in the world, Davidoff, and privileged to have you guys out in Instagram land, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and what was the other one? Yeah, you know, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of them. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you like us. And follow Julio. I don't have my phone. Do you know Julio's tag? Julio Duran, 1969. Is that right? Julio Duran, 1969. If you're on Instagram, Julio has his own Instagram. He's building up followers. We've been tagging him on posts so you can see it.
9169.
9169. I was so close. Julio Duran, 9169. Give Julio a follow. Guy's the best of the best in the world. How are you not following him? Then again, how are you not following us? Follow Regency Cigar on all the mediums, on Instagram, Julio Duran, 9169. Julio Duran, 9169. 2 things you need to remember. 3 things you need to remember. Strike that. 3 things. Regency Cigar. RegencyCigar.com. And for Christ's sake, do not forget Julio Duran, 9169. That is it for now. We're gonna go off the live feed. Thank you very much for joining us. You can still DM us some questions. Julio is here till 8 p.m. We may go live again later on, maybe not, but if you have any questions, you have any comments, please feel free to share. That is it from the room. Guys, how about a round of applause for Julio? How good is this guy? How good is this guy? And thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you soon.